But first today, run a red light in Bexar County and you might get caught if an officer is nearby. But along Bandera Road in Leon Valley, thousands of people have already gotten automatic tickets.
The city is now 6 months into its red light camera program. Eyewitness News reporter Erica Zucco is live off Bandera. And Erica, do police claim the cameras really reduce crashes?
They say that they are. Leon Valley is still putting together its final report for the Department of Public Safety on those first 6 months. But I talked with the chief today and he says that the red light cameras along these roads are making a difference. He says his officers are seeing fewer crashes. And he says that there's been a 23% reduction in the number of red light runners from when they started this program. I want to show you some video that the police department showed me today. They have from those red light cameras showing at least one crash and several other close calls. The cameras rolled out in January. They mostly gave warnings in February. That month, around 8,000 drivers ran reds. By July, that was down to around 6,000. The chief says something's working because driver behavior is changing. And he says it's more serious than just a traffic citation.
We've seen and people get hurt very badly. We've had one death in the last 18 months where somebody was killed. And so this isn't something to play with. And people, oh, it's just a traffic ticket. But at the end of the day, you know, making that turn, it's a very dangerous thing for people. And getting hit from the side is where most people get seriously injured.
And the chief says they have not seen an increase in the number of rear-end crashes, which some people were worried about. I also looked up data from the Texas Department of Public Safety for the past 6 months, and it showed that in 2017 there were more crashes than in this time period of this year. Now, at this point, they haven't released a final crash number for the past 6 months or the amount of money that they've collected, but they expect to do that when they release that final report. We're live along Bandera. Erica Zucco, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.